Hello everyone, how are you? I'm excited to play this game today. It kind of feels like a blank slate anyway. Just peek in to see chat, sorry. Hi! Um, since I finished Star Wars Outlaws on Monday, or at least the main story, I still have a lot of side stuff to do and some DLC, but as far as streaming goes, hey Mom, hey Eric, hey Idris, how are you? As I was saying, as far as streaming goes, I'm done with Star Wars Outlaws. And I also finished, obviously, Cozy Stickerville for the stream the other day or the other week. So completely a true gamer I am. That's right. That's what people know me as. So yeah, a truly clean slate. I got some stuff to figure out what I'm going to be streaming next, which is exciting because I've missed playing some smaller games, my more indie games maybe, and I'm also excited just to play more board games and to figure all that stuff out. Starting with today, which is Spire's End, Hildegard. This is it's an adventure game, but it's with cards instead of a book, where typically these kind of games use a storybook. And it's one that I backed through Kickstarter, whatever, because it's not available in my country, like at all. There's currently like 3 versions of it, I think. You've got Spire's End, which was the first one. I missed that one. Then this one is the second one, and there is a third one out. But because of, the whole Brexit and customs things, I didn't order that one because it is from the UK originally. For the Americans, I believe this is available on Amazon in America. But not for me, so I'm happy with this one because I really love the art. So this game is made by the designer Greg Favreau and the artist Diego Frias. In the rulebook, there's more illustrators mentioned, but this was a credit from BGG, so that's where I got it from. But yeah, I love the art. As you can see on the box, it's very striking. So I'll explain it as we go along because it's quite easy. Ugh, I've tried to hide this. I can't. It's the rules are quite easy, but I'll explain the more intricate ones as they come up while we play. So this game will have, or this stream will have spoilers. But rest assured, there's 4 chapters in total if you can get that far. I've not been able to. My chapter 4 is still in shrink. I've played this a couple of times, always solo, but I was never able to get that far. And the stories, there's 3 starting points, first of all, so your starting might be different, and you're going to pull different cards, different things are going to happen. So even if you watch this, it doesn't mean that you'll know the entire story. Because again, I've never even made it to chapter 4, so which also means I don't know how long the stream will be, because we'll see how I do. So anyway, let me see how to zoom. Yep. So like I said, this is actually a 1 to 2 player game. I've always played it solo. The back of the rulebook will explain the rules for 2 players. It's not that different, but it's slightly different. And basically the book just wants you to get started. So you pull one of 3 beginner cards. I've already pulled 1, and that'll tell you what the setup is. So let's jump right back in. Or not back, let's jump in. So we've got the starter card called For the Baroness. You wake to the promise of adventure. A small package has been dropped at your doorstep. Your first delivery. It's a hastily wrapped box with instructions. To be delivered in pristine condition to the Baroness of Seacrest Cliffs. Then it'll tell us to gain 3 gold and 2 feats of marksmanship, and to pull 3 cards. So those 3 cards are going to be the same every time. Those are your starter cards. So I'll pull those from the deck to get started. 88, 89, and 90. And then it's going to give us two choices. So these are the starter cards. So you're going to start with your character, who is Hildegard. In a two-player game, there's another character that the other player will play with, and it'll have some spaces. This is where you put cubes that come with the game, and those are the feats of marksmanship that they mentioned. And then you're just gonna basically tuck cards under this, and that's gonna be your inventory. It says Hildegard's inventory below. So we're starting with a mysterious package and a slingshot and pebbles. So the slingshot and pebbles say, this slingshot is your most treasured possession, carved from the heart of a 1,000-year-old pine. With this slingshot, you can roll the black wild shot dice at the end of a set, and to place it in our inventory. So that is this die, and what that means, that'll come up eventually, but just know that that is a weapon. And then we have this mysterious package. And it says, you pick up the package and turn it over. It's wrapped in paper with some light markings here and there. You don't recognize them. As much as you would like to give it a shake, you don't. Well, not yet. Wonder if you will ever know its contents. For now, it will remain a mystery. Place in your inventory. So what that looks like is basically you'll tuck them like this. And this is to remind you that you have that black die, the wild shot die, I think it's called. So, and then, as this card said, we're going to get 3 gold. So that's just going to be these 3 cubes that come with the game. And 2 feats of marksmanship. And feats of marksmanship are... it's basically some sort of currency that you could spend usually during challenges or face-offs or whatever, and it'll let you like do things like mitigate the dice or reroll dice and stuff. So that's what it's useful for. So yeah, 3 gold, we got 2 feats of marksmanship, and then the starting cards. And then we get to choose if we want to go to the market or have breakfast. And... we do start with the 3 gold, which I like, but I also really like breakfast. So I vote let's get breakfast, and that instructs us to get card number 2. I'm only just now realizing that this is sort of similar to Cozy Stickerville in the way that you have the cards that tell the story. The Hungry Hog. Before embarking into the wild, you decide a hearty breakfast at the Hungry Hog is in order. You haven't eaten since yesterday, and your stomach is growling. Farfeli, the barkeep, asks you what you'll have. So chat, this is your first decision that you get to make for me. Are we having dried fruits and nuts, porridge and coffee, or bread and buttermilk? What is your favorite breakfast? Fruit? That's a pretty light breakfast. But sure. Let's do fruit. So that instructs us to pull card number 3. The shadow is really annoying. It does block this light for my sight, which is nice. I'll say. Okay, so we're getting some nuts and nibbles. Farfelli gives you an extra helping of trail mix for the road. It's an assortment of seeds, nuts, dried fruits, and a touch of chocolate nibbles. Pay 1 gold for breakfast, and then place the trail mix in your inventory. And then we have 2 options. We can either ask Farfelli for directions, or we can get an early start. So as I pull this in my put this in my inventory, and don't forget to pay 1 for breakfast. So get an early start or ask for directions. I think we should ask for directions, which means pull card number 6. Helping Hannah. Before you can wave down for Fali, Hannah, the establishment's owner, comes through the front door. She's struggling to carry a large burlap sack. You can't help but notice that the bag is wiggling a bit. You offer to help. The two of you lug it out back to her herb garden behind the tavern. So we can ask her what's in the bag, or just mind our own business and ask for directions. I think we want to know what's in the bag, right? Maybe it's a cat. Maybe we can pet it. So I'm gonna pull card 7. Right? What's in the bag? We want to know. The gig. Her face lights up. A dozen leaf fighter saplings. Gonna get some fights going in the bar with a few wagers. She pulls a small plant out of the bag. It has a nasty little mouth that snaps and bites wildly. You're a messenger now, yeah? I need to get one of these to a man named Rolf at the atrium in Crow Falls. You want the gig? We can agree to this or say no. And if we agree to it, we're gonna add this to our inventory. Should we do it? Yeah? Alright. Sure. I think that's on the way. We're gonna have to pull card number 10. So meanwhile, our inventory is, it's filling up. Card number 10. Fast passage. Hannah, which way would take you to the coast? Hickory Hills would be best. It's just cornfields. The pass through Pointy Peaks is a bit shorter, but there are bears, and the bridge at Peak Falls is swept away in the rains. I'd avoid it if you can. Either way, the paths meet up at Blister Bridge. From there, it's a straight shot to Crow Falls. Best to enter town on the south side. Less security. Try and catch a ride on the riverboat to the coast. Beware of river pirates. Madeline the Mad in particular. Come to think of it, keep an eye out around here as well. There's been reports of cloaked figures roaming the streets. You thank her for the advice. So Mom asks, is there a limit to how many cards you can talk? No, as far as I can tell, no. Okay, so some advice. I forgot all of it already, just like I would if someone was telling me this in real life. So Hickory Hills is what she advises. Alright, continue on your way. Card 16. As you make your way to the outskirts of town, you find Bartle, a pathetic fellow, weeping on a lonely street corner. I don't suppose you are a good shot with that there slingshot? He asks, shoulders shrugged. You're hesitant. There's something off with this guy, but curiosity is killing you. We're gonna brag. Ya darn tootin' the best. Ya darn tootin' the best. 23. And I think that this is also gonna give us our first tutorial. Ya darn tootin', that's right. Sweet Laura. Why do you ask? You reply reluctantly. I was just about to give my sweet Laura a ring. We're destined to be married, but a pesky jackalope took it. They're attracted to this sort of thing. I had dropped it, and, well, look. He points over to the bushes. Sure enough, there's a jackalope with a ring hanging out of its mouth. You rarely see jackalopes. There are not many in the area. Cute little guys. I will reward you handsomely, he says. I'll take care of it. Card 24. Yep, and that is going to give us a tutorial. So a lot of this game is following the story cards, pulling the cards, and then making decisions. But there's also challenges or encounters, they're called, I think. Challenges/encounters. No, there's a different word for it, but I forgot. And there's also face-offs, which we hopefully will get to. But it's not challenge, but now the word challenge is in my head, so I'm just going to keep calling them challenges. So a challenge will have a few things on the card, because we're going to be rolling these dice, and we're going to have to make bullseyes. And on the top left, you'll see how many bullseyes you'll need to overcome this challenge. So in this case, it's 1. and the reward for completing it would be 1 gold in this instance. Here it'll tell us what sides of the die we can use to make a bullseye, because not every challenge will accept all sides. Obviously the name, and then we've got the accuracy and sets. And accuracy means that'll tell us how many dice we get to use, and it'll always mean these ones, just the standard red ones. So in this case 2, so I'll grab 2. And sets is how often you can roll for this. So in this case, only once. And over here you'll see a challenge. This is kind of a bonus challenge. So if I manage to get 2 bullseyes on this here jackalope, I would also gain a feat of marksmanship. So it says, the jackalope sees you, the ring twinkling in its mouth. It looks like it's about to dart away. Like a seasoned hunter, you line up the shot and take a breath. My mom asks, will you use the black die as well? Yes, and I will let you see how it goes. So, as I said, we can roll 2 dice for 1 set, so we can only roll once, but how it works is you roll the dice. Alright, and then you have to keep at least one of the sides that you used, and then you get to finesse the shot, which basically just means re-roll the rest that you have. Since you have to make an entire bullseye, which if you can see is either going to be this open round with a dot, or it's going to be 2 of these halves with a dot, or it's going to be 2 of these complete halves to make a full one. Obviously I didn't roll that, but I will keep this to the side and hope that I roll the other half. No, I rolled a blank. Okay, but now after finessing you get to roll your wild die, and there's going to be different wild dice that you can unlock during the game, and they will be a bit better than the black one that you start with. But you can always only roll 1, even if you have multiple to choose from. So let me roll that right now. No, another blank. Cool. Starting out great with my dice luck. So I didn't make it, because I remember it said sets 1, which means I can only roll once. So I miss. And I wasn't able to get the ring. And I pull card 32. Break for the bush. The jackalope darts off into the bush. Brush. No, Laura's ring! The man falls to his knees, wailing like a baby. This is all your fault! You lost it! He shakes his fists at you. The red in his face intensifies. His head looks like it's about to pop. Where do you think you're going? And now we can either attack him or run. And I believe in self-defense, so I'll attack back, even though my dice luck isn't great. So it's going to be 49. This is already starting out great. Bartle, this is the pathetic... Oh, he's crying. So again, like I explained before, we're going to have to get 3 bullseyes on him. And but we get to roll 4 dice this time, and we get to do it twice. Now this is a different kind of bonus challenge. There's 2 kinds. You have the bullseyes challenge, like we just saw, where you have to hit a number of bullseyes. Or there is forgot the name of this challenge, which means that in 1 set, you have to have all of these faces. And if that happens, we get 1 gold. I shouldn't have ever asked for your help, he yells. You're left with no choice but to defend yourself. And in this case, we can only use these half bullseyes to get hits on him. So that is harder than the other one. So let's see. So we get to roll 4 dice. Well, that's one hit. So I could choose to only keep one and reroll the... Oh, no, that's not a hit because I can't use this. Ugh. So I have to keep something, which is pointless. Although, since the challenge wants me to have one of these, I'll set those aside. And I'll finesse the shot, which means I get to roll the remaining ones. Boo! Can't use that either. So that means we're already out for the bonus. So I'll keep one. Hopefully we can get a one hit. And then... Nope. So I get to roll the black die. Wow, and this means remove a die. It's going great. Not that it matters, because we didn't get a single hit on him. So since this is just a challenge, they don't fight back. In a face-off, that's different. So that was one of the two sets, which means we can go again. So roll all 4 dice. Oh, well, we got a hit. This is one hit. We can still do it. But we would have to roll a very specific amount. So again, I kept 2 dice. Now I finessed a shot. Nope, we didn't make it. So let me just finesse it again, but no. Roll my wild die. Well, that is a hit. So we got 2 hits on him, but unfortunately we needed 3. So that was also a miss. And I pull card 51. I forgot, by the way, I have these which I can use. So maybe I should. Let me open the rules. I wish there was like a tiny player aid that just only showed this, because I never remember. So we could spend 1 to add 1 shot dice on the next set, and a shot dice is one of those red basic dice. Or a reroll on the shot dice. We could spend 2 to add add 1 bullseye on a target or face off. Or spend 2 to add 1 additional set, so to roll again. We can also use 1 to block, and blocking only exists in a face-off. Or 3 to retry something, but we only have 2. So right now I could spend these 2 to say, no, we have another hit, which means that we make the challenge. But I don't know how important this is, to be honest. So I'm going to choose not to, which might be a mistake. But at least, oops, no, I'm going to choose not to. So we'll see. So miss, 51. Oh, I already pulled it. Sweet Laura's revenge. Your shot misses, and Bartle charges like a wild boar. He wrestles you to the ground, his arms and legs flapping about. His rage dissipates quickly as he runs out of breath. While Bartle lies flat on his back, wheezing, you wiggle yourself free. Good luck to sweet Laura. She found herself a real prince. Get away from this creep. 52. Sorry, something fell. I just remembered I have to post it. I'm live. Woohoo, I'm so good at this. 52. Wait, 52? Uh-oh, okay. That scares me. Good fortune. As you cross Main Street and head west, you hear someone calling your name. Hildegard, it's all around town that you're carrying something of interest. You need to keep your eyes open and watch your back. It's about time you had a reading, suggests Marin, the renowned local fortune teller. Standing in the dark doorway of her cottage, she urges you forward with a wave. What should we do, chat? Should we do a reading? But say, please don't curse me? Should we do it, but as long as it's free? Or do we want nothing to do with her? Please don't curse. As long as it's free. Alright, I'll go with Eric because I listened. Alright, please don't curse me. 53. What? Where are you? This one is a different back. Curses. Sit down and relax, Hildegard, she says. Candles ignite as you take a seat. Between the two of you is a smoky yellow crystal and some gruesome knickknacks, probably to set the mood. Other curiosities are hanging from the ceiling. Skulls, shrunken heads, and foul liquids oozing out of jars. Are you relaxed? Are you ready? Ready for what, you ask? Hey, Legend CM, how are you? Good. Let's begin. The surrounding candles blow out, and the air grows cold. I don't like this. 55. Well, she promised not to curse us, so... Madam's rules. Marin raises her hands, and a dull yellow crystal on the table begins to levitate. Marin's body splits into 3 astral projections. Pull and shuffle cards 56. There's 3 of them. And place all 3 face up in a row. All 3 cards are treated as separate targets. You may attack them in any order you choose. Roll shot dice normally on all 3 targets. If one is defeated, flip that card over and look for a dot in the bottom right corner. If it's there, it's the real Marin. If it's not, it's an illusion. The encounter ends after finding the real Marin by seeing the dot, or failing to find her after shooting all 3 targets. Note, only 1 player may roll on each Marin's test card. Well, we're only 1 player. And after that's complete, we continue. Legend says, I'm doing good. I did get to play a Wild Venture, Creature Caravan, and Duck and Cover recently. Oh, cool. What'd you think of a Wild Venture? I played that not last weekend, but the weekend before, and I really liked it. I'm thinking of trying to stream that one solo, because I saw that there's an official solo mode. And I like Creature Caravan. I need to play that again. Okay, so I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Oh, I think... Oops. Wait. Face up. Oops, I just saw the result, so let me... This is really dumb though, because I remember... Okay, I'll show y'all. So, I remember when I have a dot here, but I remember when I got this Kickstarter, it said that something had gone wrong with the printing, and so there wasn't a dot on one of these cards, and we had to do it ourselves. We were instructed to do so. But now that I'm looking, I think that this is, in fact, also... You can't really see it, but this is also a dot. So let's treat the one that I marked as the one with the dot. But I need to shuffle this so that I don't know which one it is. Okay, so... Actually, I can put them like here. So, for this one, they all function the same. We have to hit it 3 times. We get to do it with 4 dice and over 2 sets. And we get to use all of the sides, I believe. Yeah. So that is nice. Zoom out a little bit. Let me reread those rules on this one again. Okay, we just shoot all of them. So let's do the first one. So they're separate target. Okay, so we get to roll twice for all of them. Wow. Okay, so that is 1 hit. I will re-roll these because I can't make a hit with them. Boo, hate that. Alright, well. Okay, so we got 2 hits on her with 1 set. So we get to do it again. Oh, dang, we got it immediately. And I'll keep these. And roll this one. Another hit. So this one we got, which means we can flip it. No dot. All right, next one. Again, we get to roll 4 dice because the accuracy is 4. Accuracy. I will keep these 2. Now I finesse the shot, so I get to re-roll. I will keep this, so I have 2 hits, or 1 hit right now and a potential hit. Yep, so these together, even though they're different colors, by the way, they still make 1 hit. The rulebook does say that. So this is 2 hits. Now we get to roll the wild die. Boo, that was a miss. So we get 2 hits on her, and now we get to roll for the second and last set for this one. And that's a 1 hit. I'll re-roll these. Keep this, re-roll this one. Nothing, unfortunately. Get to roll the wild die. Ooh, have to get rid of a die, but it'll be this one. So we have another hit, which means that we do make it, because we hit it 3 times again. Alright, so we found her. Okay, so this is when it ends, because we found her. Thankfully, we finally got a win on one of the cards. And so it says we can reveal one of the 57 cards. I guess I'll keep this in here so we know we got it. There are 2. This one. Encouragement. The illusion of Marin fades away, leaving her seated across the table. Very good. Your heart is strong. Let that and your strengths guide you forward. I'm confident you're the right person for the task, she says with finality. I want you to have this. Pull card 87. Legend says that they really liked a wild venture. There were 6 players, so 4 of them played Flamecraft, and they played a wild venture with the other person. Isn't that always the hardest thing when you have more people? I struggle with that. 87. Oh, Flamecraft. I still want to play Flamecraft Duel. I haven't yet. 87. What is this card with the bear, you ask? I'll show you. Oh, wait, pull. No, that's showing it. So that's Mark of the Grizzly. You can't say for sure, but you feel stronger. In some instances going forward, you may be able to use the Mark of the Grizzly ability. So this goes in our inventory, which I'll do in a second. What's with the card with the bear, you ask? Just a bit of encouragement, a reminder of the strength that you have inside. Now listen, my sight of the days to come is limited, but I do sense some things. Trust only those who have earned it. Don't be fooled. If I can aid you more in the coming days, I'll find a way. Good luck. Pull card 83. And then head to the edge of town, which is 59. Alright, so Farmer Fastolf. While going over Marin's cryptic words, you wander through the farmer's market. Fastolf, a local pig farmer, catches your attention. Hildegard, can I have a moment? I know you are headed to Crow Falls. I have something I need you to do. Why does everyone know where I'm going? Here's 5 gold. Give this to Gilfie. He knows what I want. His stand is near Crow Falls Town Square. I trust you to do this. Gain 5 gold and pull this in your inventory. Ooh, we're rich. Except this is not our money. But since it's in my pocket, it kind of feels like I'm like my money. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so gotta add these things to our inventory. Let me put this to the side. This is, by the way, this is my dice tray of shame because I backed this game and I have yet to play it. Wait, huh? Wait, oh, oops, sorry. I pulled the wrong card. I'm like, this is not an inventory card. I was confused. It's getting crowded. Okay. This is the next card. Rations. Legends DM is taking Cozy Stickerville and Flamecraft Duel on their vacation. That's so fun. Did you play Cozy Stickerville yet? Or was that the one you were saving? Have you played Flamecraft Duel before, and how does it compare to the original one? There's a car honking outside, or an alarm. I'm sorry. So rations. It's setting in. You're about to leave the Grey Oaks. Maybe one final stop at the Mercantile? So I'm gonna have to pull card 93, 94, 95. So those are 3 cards we could buy. So the price is in the top right. So 1, 2, or 3 gold. And all of these would go in our inventory. So remember, we currently have 7 gold. However, 5 of those are not technically ours. And I happen to know that, as maybe y'all saw in the text, there's fishing coming up. So I think what I'll do, excuse me, I think I'll just spend a 1 gold to have the chestnut popper, which says, oh, Legends CM really likes Flamecraft duels. I like the simplicity of pulling tokens of dragons and activating them. I actually have no idea how it plays. Oh, my nose is itchy, sorry. I have no idea how it plays. I haven't watched a single video of it, but I'm always interested in these duel type games since I play a lot of games at 2 players. So Brisket, the store owner, beams at you as you look over a nondescript chestnut on a leaf. What's this, you ask? A chestnut popper. Handed over to me by mistake during a trade. You'd best not know the details. It can be used to... So we're going to put that in our inventory. I don't remember what this does. This is not some sort of like mastermind move. I know I've used this before, but it's very expensive. So 92 or 93 and 95. So these are going back. And you're approached by a shriveled up woman who looks like a date left to dry in the sun. That's rude. That's a rude thought. You there, you a fisherman? She asks. On occasion, you say, caught off guard. Well then, I know a place you can catch something for the both of us. A little fishing might not be a bad idea. Sure, show me the place. So I think this also comes up in every single game, like whatever, whichever of the 3 starting locations or starting points you have, this always comes up, I think. You've got the touch. The partially mummified woman, oh my gosh, rude, leads you across Edgewater Bridge. I've tried there. Nothing bites, you groan. I need someone with a strong arm and a right touch. Cast all the way out to those cattails. I can't reach them myself. She hands you a fishing pole. The lure is an odd black stone. It's heavy. Okay, here goes. Card 61. Cattail. So another challenge. So we need 5 hits, as you can see, but we can roll 4 dice and we can do this 4 times. We can use almost all sides, just not the white half finished. And if we manage to get 6 hits, we also get a feat of marksmanship, which is pretty nice. All right. First roll. First set. I'll keep this one. Finessing the shot, so re-rolling. I'll keep this one, so that's 1 hit. Finessing the shot some more. Oh, well, I'll keep this as well. So that's 2 hits, and I'm rolling the... God, but bleep. Okay. Which, this means that I have to get rid of one of our dice, which means that we only have 1 hit. Very, very helpful. All right, second set. Rolling 4 dice again. We can't use this, which is sad, because we can only use the black half of that. But we can use this. So, finessing the shot. Wow. I'll keep this, I guess. Hopefully get a roll. Yeah! Woohoo! Alright, now don't roll next. Woo! Okay, so that's 3 hits, so we're doing good. So we're at 4 hits. We need 1 more to get it, and 2 more to get the bonus. So, this is the 3rd set. I will keep this one. I'll reroll the rest, even though I had basically... Well, okay, I'll keep this, and I'll reroll this. Okay, so, of course, roll this one. Blank. We have 1 more hit, which means that we do have it, but we can go for the bonus, obviously, so this is our 4th and last set. Roll 1. Finessing the shot. Keeping this. Come on. Alright. Not that it matters, but... Okay, so we have another hit. We do have to roll this. We have 2 more hits. Okay, so we have 7 hits in total, which means that we even get the bonus of getting another feat. So now we really do have some to spend. All right, so catch 62. That's loud, sorry. The 10. The lure plops down into the water near the cattails. You feel a tug and the line pulls. You have it! Reel it in, she says excitingly. It doesn't feel like anything alive, more like a lost boot or a tree branch. You reel in an old tin. Give it here! The woman snatches it and pries it open. She dumps a handful of gold coins on the ground and begins counting. Yes, it's all there! She pulls off the fishing lure. This is yours for 1 gold, if you want it. If you pay 1 gold, place the magnet lure in your inventory. Okay. I mean, I guess, if it's worth something. But I'd like to catch an actual fish. Fishing minigames are the best. You cannot change my mind unless it's a bad fishing minigame. Then they're the worst. Okay, 63. So we're putting this in our inventory. Tolog's tackle. You head down to the tackle shop to buy bait. You'll need it to fish. Tolog keeps a spare fishing rod for you behind the counter. So we can buy up to 3 bait, and we would take a cube of the associated color, red, black, or gold. And if we're broke, horseflies are free. So this will, if I remember correctly, fish will unlock better wild dice. So I feel like this is kind of important. However, so we only have 5 money left, which is the 5 money that we got from that one person that gave us 5 money to give to someone else. So chat, are we gonna spend that money? Or are we gonna be honest and we're just gonna get the free bait? I'm placing all responsibility in your hands so that it's not me. Only free? Oh, we're so honest. All right. So the free one. Devil on my shoulder. Spend. Ugh. You're not supposed to both say different things. If we spend, what should we spend? So we can spend 2 gold for the gold one, 1 gold for the whistle cricket, or 3 for both. Just 1? Okay. Fine. Okay, so spending 1, we're getting this and a silver. Buy your bait and place a fishing rod in your inventory, and then fishing lessons at 64. Boom. Fishing lessons. So, pull the 3 fishing cards. They're all the 91. And place them face down. So now I get to place some cubes on them. And I'm gonna have to guess what fish is gonna be there, because all of these fish will have different lures that they respond to. And I think only one of these has a red cube on it. Let me see if I'll just zoom out. Only one of these will have a red cube on it, and roll as you would during an encounter. Attempt to meet it. If there was a fish, you get a bite. Yeah. So I guess I'll say that the silver will go, why not, in the middle here, and the red one will go here. So rolling for this first. It might be a little hard to read, but it says accuracy 4, sets 1. So I get to use 4 dice, but I only get to roll once. I have to hit it once, and I can only use these sides. But of course, I do get to use this die as well. So we're rolling. Well. Well, I only need 1. Oh wait, I can't reroll. Oh wait, I can, because I can finesse the shot. Sorry. So I'll keep this. And then... Okay, well, I make it. I don't even have... I do have to re-roll this. Not that it matters. Yeah. So, since I made it, I get to turn it around. Oh! And I'm lucky. Alright, so this is the one fish that accepts the red bait. The sunfish. Bravo! A sunfish will bring you luck. All players can now use the gray wild shot dice. Remember, during a face-off, only 1 wild shot dice may be rolled between 2 players. Yeah, well, there's 1 player. And it says that we can place it in our inventory. And as you can see, it has this little symbol here to remind us that we have unlocked a new die. Now, this is my problem with the game. It says a gray die, right? I'm sorry, these are both gray. Like, I'm terribly sorry to complain about this, but these are absolutely both gray dice. So the rule book states that this is supposed to be blue, and I guess, but this is not the bluest blue, you know what I mean? This is not I don't immediately associate this with blue. I would say that this is gray. So that's a complaint that I have. So we have unlocked this one, woohoo, which means that we can actually use it for this one. So again, we get to roll 4 dice. Yeah, one is more gray than the other, sure. A misty blue, yeah. Or gray blue, one might say. Can't use these, so I'll keep this. I'll use this. So again, I'm finessing the shot. Oh, I can't use these. Come on. Nope. So no hit, but we get to roll our nifty new die. That also didn't give us a hit. Okay, well, so we don't catch this one, so we don't even get to reveal it. But I'll cheat and look. No, oh, that's okay. We weren't gonna be able to catch this anyway, because we didn't have to correct bait or lure, whatever. Bait. All right. New die unlocked. Woohoo! Achievement. So 91. All right, so we fished, and now we get to leave the Grey Oaks and pull card 66. I really like this game, even though I think it's kind of hard. It's just like a nice chill time. Crossroads. The road ahead forks into two. An old sign marks Hickory Hills to the right and Pointy Peaks to the left. Both will eventually lead to Crow Falls, and from there to the coast. But you're not sure which to take. I mean, we are sure because we asked for directions and she said we should go to Hickory Hills. But sure. A crow lands on the right side of the sign. Maybe the crow knows the way. But then another lands on the left. Then another. They start to caw at you and ruffle their feathers furiously. These birds look angry. One of them leaps into the air in your direction. The crows attack! 67 and 68. So, we are gonna have our very first face-off. And this is where the enemy strikes back. So I'll show you, I'll pull these to the side for a second. So you're gonna have 2 cards, and one of them is gonna be called... This is the hit meter card, and this is the face-off card. So this works sort of similar to a challenge. We have to get 7 hits, but this time there's no limit to how often we can roll as long as we survive. So we get to roll 4 dice, and of course one of the wild dice that we have. And after we attack, it'll be their turn, and they get to roll 3 dice. So I mentioned it earlier, but during a face-off, there's a new mechanic that enters, which is blocking. Some of these dice over here, which is going to be our health basically, have a translucent square above them. You can also recognize them by the red dice beneath them. And those are blockable spots, which means that we can use a die on our turn to block that, basically. But we can only do that if the square before it has a cube on it, so if we had been hit. So right now we wouldn't be able to block this one, but if it was our turn and it started like this, we would. And again, the only combinations we can use to hit these crows are going to be these. And reminder to myself, we have feats of marksmanship. that we should absolutely use during this face-off. Because, guess what? If you lose, and it's game over. So I'm opening that page on the rulebook for myself. Alright. So I'm zooming out again. And it is time for our very first turn. So we get to roll 4 dice. No, my rulebook just fell. Oh no. We want to hit these crows. We can use almost every face except for like the round one. We can't use this one. I guess for now I'll only keep this because we still have so many options. Wow, okay. So we can't use that. So that's 1 hit. I guess it doesn't matter then. Well, we might be able to reroll this. So, I'm gonna roll our better die and roll a blank because of course. All right, so we have 1 hit on them. And now it's gonna be their turn. So how they work is they're gonna roll 3 dice because their accuracy is 3, and they want to hit these whatchamacallit faces. Although I guess that's black. And also, as you might be able to see, I'll zoom in again, you can see these words, tame, tame. If we get hit on that one, we also get a status effect, but we'll get to that if we get to that. And we have to play for the crows and have to be on the crows' side as much as we can, and I'll show you what that means. So I didn't roll anything that would hit me immediately because I need the white half bullseye, but the crows know that they need this round, open rounded one, so they'll save this die and they'll reroll these 2, because they also have to finesse their shots just like we do. Or we don't have to, we get to choose. Okay, that's hit number 1. So obviously they're hoping for a black half bullseye, which they didn't hit, which is very good news for us because that means this also doesn't hit. So that's 1 hit on us. If I understand the rules correctly. And I also immediately forgot we had the marks, by the way. Yep. All right. So our turn, and we get to roll 4 dice. Again, I'll save this, reroll the rest. Boo. Okay, that's 1 hit. And so I could spend, I think, I could spend 2 of our marks to add a bullseye, which I might save that a little bit. We'll see. But anyway, now I get to reroll, or not reroll. I get to roll this one. Blank again. Ugh, you're supposed to be better. What are you doing? There's 2 blank sides, 2 hits, a throwy away, and a reroll. Oh, there's more blank sides on the black die. Allegedly. Alright, as I was saying, that's gonna be 1 hit. I can also spend 1 to reroll this one, but I'll save it for now. Oh wait! Ah, crap. Okay, so instead of... No, what I'm gonna do is I will hit this crow with this, and then with this one, I will block this, which means that they're gonna have to hit that twice. If I understood blocking correctly. I'll be honest, that part of the rulebook is a little confusing in my opinion. So I might be cheating, but that's how I read it. Now it's their turn. They're rolling 3 dice. And again, they have to hit me with that first. They're gonna save this. Ew, they don't like any of this. No, alright. So the block stays. And let me open the rules for just in case. So on the enemy's next set, they will need to roll that hit square to remove that block. After that, they can hit that square normally. If the enemy fails to roll the bullseye part needed, the block, it stays in place until they do. Yeah. Alright. So we got off easy on that one. So now we're back rolling 4 dice, trying to hit them back. And I can't use the open circles. So... no, I'm hoping to... It's not going great, fam. It's not going great. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, I didn't even hit them once. Ugh. Yikes. So, they get to roll a 3. So, it's not going great on either side. No, they need the black one. They'll save this, I guess. I mean, they really, really need that. No. Okay, so we're doing pretty good with the blocking, so that is helpful. Back to us. Okay, that's at least that's one hit. Can't really turn that into another hit. Oh my gosh, there's 2 blanks. Okay. Well, got 3 hits on them. Nope, they still haven't rolled what they need either. Remove this. Well, this is lasting a lot longer than usual. Alright, that's another hit on them. Come on. Maybe we get to reroll. Yeah! Okay, so we get to reroll. Oh my gosh, okay. So we got 2 hits on them. So we're at 5. We need 2 more. If we only get 1 more hit on our next turn, I might spend my marks. At the same time, you know, it might not be worth it because we still have quite some health that they need to get rid of too. Famous last words. And as I say it, okay. Are they going to keep this? Because they know they'll keep this one, but they're going to re-roll this because they're hoping to get another one because they needed to. No, okay, I got lucky with that. Maybe according. Okay, I'm trying to play it according to the rules as much as I can. Maybe the rules would have wanted me to re-roll this as well to have a bigger chance of hitting it. But this is how I sort of understood them. So they got rid of our block, but that's kind of okay because we only need 2 more hits on them. And that is 1. And that is 2. But we do have to roll this, I think. I don't think that's optional. I know the result. I think we have to. We don't have an option to not. You can choose to not do what's on it unless it's the red X. Oh, no, another hit. All right, well, that is 3 hits, which means that we defeated him. So we get another mark. Woohoo, we now have 4 out of 6. I was doing a bit of a test run yesterday, and I also ran into crows with a different starting card, and I lost, so. All right, win 73. The crows are toast. Plucked luck. Free of the birds at last, you start plucking the pointy black feathers out of your hair and clothes. For a brief moment, you're able to sit in peace before you hear it. Something or someone is rustling behind you. Do you have the conversation card? Spoke to Oyvind about the minister. We don't. I got that one when I did my test run yesterday. Nope, I don't. 74. Hurling husks. Rather suddenly, you're hit in the back by something hard and blunt. The blow knocks you over. You turn to see a scarecrow not 10 feet away hurling corn husks at you. This must be an enchantment to ward off those crows. Rabbit. With all the feathers lying about, this one must be a little confused. Pull cards 96 and 97. 96 and 97. Uh-oh. Okay. Attack! 75. And 76. Right. I've fought this guy before, but it's been a while. And he has some rules. So, pulling this aside again. Corn Chaos rules. Look out! The Scarecrow is throwing corn missiles. Layout card 75, 97, and 76 is pictured below. At the end of each of Hildegard's sets, turn card 97 counterclockwise. Start with wild. Count each complete circulation of card 97 with a cube. So counterclockwise. For each circulation, add +1 to hit. A complete circulation with a cube. Okay. The status effect listed will affect Hildegard's set. During your turn, you may opt to use any bullseye combination on the Corn of Chaos. It can be removed after 3 bullseyes. It ends when either we or the Scarecrow are defeated. Alright. Okay, yeah, so we start with the wild side up. So zoomed in for, we need 7 hits again. We can use almost any combination, we just can't use the half black bullseye. And we roll 4 dice again. We have a few blockable spots, as you can see by the red dice. But yeah. Okie dokie, so we start by rolling 4 dice. Come at me, Scarecrow. Oh, that is 2 hits. I will take that. Roll this one, please, please, please don't let me get rid of one. Okay. So that is 2 hits. Let me read this again, because I found it confusing. At the end of each of our sets, turn it counterclockwise. Oh wait, wild? What does wild do? Sorry. I guess I... Oh, there's no wild. Okay, so it's going into tame right now, and tame means that we cannot use a wild shot, which is that bigger die, on our next set. And now they will attack us for 3 dice again. So they are gonna keep this as well, because they only need the dot, which they didn't roll. So they hit us once, and now we have the option on our turn to block that 1. So rolling 4 again. Ooh, I do want to use that. I can't use that, so I'll keep that one too. All right. Guess I'll roll it, but okay. I can't use, since I'm tame, I can't use this one. So I have the option of either blocking it or doing another hit, but you know what? Blocking really helped us last time, so I'm hoping it'll save us now too, and only do one hit on him. I'm using these cubes kind of interchangeably, by the way. The one time I'll use red, then I'll use black. It's sort of whatever. So now it's their turn. And they don't need any of this, but they have to keep one, so... Oof, it's not looking good for them. Although they did get rid of our shield. Or block. So, now it's our turn again. Wait. I should have turned it, right? Because we had 2 turns now. It's gonna go so fast, I'm gonna forget this. Flub. -1 shot dice on next set. Okay, so I only get to use 1 this time. Wait, or did we have 1 turn? Oh my gosh. I always lose track of these things. Did I hit him 3 times in 1 turn? I probably didn't, so we probably had to already. But he only hit us... No, this was... Yeah. So we have to roll with 3 instead of 4. I do want to try to block again, if I can. So hopefully we're going to roll another 1, but we don't. But now we do get to roll this, because we're no longer tame. Oh! That worked out in our favor. So we get 2 more hits on him. Again, I have the option of using these to feign a hit. Which we could do twice now, because 2 makes 1 hit, I believe. Add 1 bullseye on a target or face off. Yeah. But since we have just famous last words, but since we have so much health left, you know. Okay, hit. So this is going on hit. If we die now, that's gonna be on me. And hit. Instant hit on face off. Oh. So we just get hit, which sucks because now we can't block anymore. So, you know. I mean, I can always spend it next turn because he's not going to kill us in 1 turn. He rolled it anyway, so. He doesn't need any of this. So he's just going to be mad about it. Stay mad, Scarecrow. Nope, doesn't need any of this either. Sorry. I might have been misunderstanding. Oh, I played it wrong. This is a thing with colors sometimes on cards. So this one, that was supposed to be white. I thought this was black, so played that wrong. But tis what tis. Anyway, I just rolled again, and nope, he didn't get a single hit. Except for, you know, this hit, which they did get. Okay, so now we get to roll 4 dice again. We're back at full power. No blocking though, unfortunately, which, you know. That's a hit. And that is not a hit. I got excited, but the black ones don't count for this one. Ooh, but I get to get rid of this one. So we have 1 more hit on him, and I'm still gonna risk it. Because the game's only gonna get more dangerous. And he's not going to kill us in 1 turn. So we're back to wild. Although he is going to get more dangerous now. Wait 1 second. Because, again, when we go back to wild... This is a bit confusing to me, I'll be honest. Because the card says... count each complete circulation of this card with a cube, which we'll do. That's 1. For each circulation, add +1 to hit. Oh, this one probably, this hit, not him hitting us, I think. Okay, that's okay. We'll win by then. So he gets to roll with 3, which does hit us. But he's not gonna want to keep any of this because it's not in the sequence. Unfortunately for him. Okay, so that's gonna be 1 more hit on us. Now we get to block again though, if we want. Back to our turn. I'm definitely keeping this. I'm not keeping this yet. Okay, not sure how I want to spend. I mean, we would 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. And I can even use this, so. Okay, so we have 3 hits right here. We can even use 1 of these to block and only have 2 hits, but he needed 7. There's no bonus for this one, so we just defeat him. Which gives us 5 gold. Woohoo, rich. And another mark of a feat of marksmanship. So it says win. Go to 82. So we're gonna go to 82. That went a lot better. I'm glad that we only had a rough start and everything after seems to be going better. So, Pummeled Pumpkin. You watch in satisfaction as the scarecrow's pumpkin head bursts into an explosion of orange goop and seeds. Its tattered burlap arms drop lifeless to its sides. The fray has left you covered from head to toe in crow feathers and pumpkin innards, and you didn't pack any extra clothes. Yikes. It's been a rough morning, but it could have been worse. After wiping yourself down, you notice a note nailed to the scarecrow's post. If you would like to read it, pull card 84. I would like to read it, of course. This game's like, if you've already done this 700 million times, you can skip it. So note, Vogg's gift. To whoever is lucky enough to read this. It's unfortunate for me, but fortunate for you that I stumbled into incurable misfortune. During my pursuits here in the hills, I contracted crow fever. Due to this and my lack of lineage, I leave my most precious family heirloom to you. On a path through the pointy peaks, you'll come across the Oak of Elders. I've hung it there. Please be respectful of the others that rest. A warning. Keep away from the crows. My enrichments haven't worked. They're poisoned and will give you the fever as they did me. It takes hold of your mind and drives you mad. Sincerely, Vogg. Place Vogg's will in your inventory. Alright, that's interesting because he says, everything that I have, I'll leave to you in the pointy peaks. But the inn owner told us to go through Hickory Hills because now we have to choose which way we want to go. Because they said something about a bear, I think, in Pointy Peaks. But we do have that mark of the grizzly. So, what do you think, chat? Where should we go? I'm kind of feeling Pointy Peaks, but I'll leave it up to you. Pointy Peaks? Pointy Peaks it is. Adding this. Trust my gut. So that is card 104, which, oh my gosh, y'all, that means we're going into chapter 2, I think. Oh, this is chapter 2, regardless. Okay, so I'm gonna put these to the side because it's gonna. So 104. Chapter 2. Jingle bells. The trail follows a creek up to into the mountains. From here you can see the break line. A fresh coat of snow speckles the pointy peaks. It's a magnificent sight. You hear ringing. A seasoned gentleman with bells tied onto him from head to toe is coming your way. With way too much enthusiasm, he scurries towards you, arms raised. Oh my! I've got just the thing for you. Pull card 196, then... nope, this is a wrong deck. I had to pull season 1, or chapter 1 away. 196. And then we can say, I have a touch of leprosy, be gone, or let me guess, a bell. So, wild game. While you're out in the wilderness, it pays to keep your eyes open for wild game. Pull and shuffle cards 197. There are 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Place them in a separate stack face down. This is the wild game deck. Pull a card from this deck whenever you encounter the symbol above. So that's this one which he has. The wild game deck is only used in chapter 2. Good luck and happy hunting. Okay. So that means now, I guess. So I guess we'll pull one now. Because we got one now. So I'm pulling the top one. Excuse me? Ooh, I burped, sorry. Field rat. So again, we have to hit it twice. If we get 3 hits, then we would get 1 money. We get to roll 3 dice for every set, and we get to do that 2 times. And we can only hit it with these symbols. And if we're successful, we would put this in our inventory. Otherwise, we would reshuffle the deck, put it back in that deck. Okay, so I can't use any of these. Boo. I'll keep this then. Hopefully get a 1. No. Okay, well, we could... Oh, no. Okay. We could add a hit. And I think we can use as many as we want. Oh, yeah, no. So hone, wild, and bullseye may only be used once per set. Okay, so re-rolling or adding dice or adding a bullseye, that can only be done once per set. So how badly do I want this rat? I'm okay with losing the rat, to be honest. Okay, so now for the second and last set. Wow, I'm rolling like absolute ass on this rat. Jeez. Wow, okay. Nope. Didn't get the rat. That's going back. Well. Okie dokie. Hey Wise, how are you? You're right, that did not go well at all. But you just missed the very, very good face-off boss fights that we did against some crows and a scarecrow. which doesn't sound as impressive as I'm saying it out loud right now, but it was very impressive because they fought back. So, okay. This old man that has bells, and he's like, I have something for you. I'm gonna say, let me guess, a bell. We have an attitude, which is fair enough. Everyone just keeps... Oh, you've played this? Oh, that's right. We've talked about this. Bells and whistles. We have the thing again. So we're going to pull another card. And I'll do the top one. And it is a Cali Greyhound. I don't want to shoot that. Look how cute it is. That looks hard though. Okay, so we can only hit it with this. Gotta get 4 hits. Accuracy 3. We get to roll 3. Well, gonna try that. No, at least we got this. Ugh. All 3. Oh yeah, there's gonna be a season 2 of the first one, right? I saw that in my email. Man. Missed. I kind of want to get this one, but I also feel bad for spending... I'm not gonna... Because we could do that twice if we have 2 sets, and then we just need 2 hits. Maybe that's dumb. I'm doing it. Okay, I'm spending 2 to get 1 hit on him. So now we're going for our second. Oh, it's out already. Oh. Oh, you do recommend it? Unfortunately, that one, those games are not available in my stores. But I might be able to get it out of the US, but that's still a little bit unclear. I've never played the first one either, by the way. I know a friend had it, but I never played it. Well, I can't use any of these again. Man, I'm rolling really badly. Well, at least that's 1 hit. Okay, no, roll this one. Alright, that's 2 hits. So, I have 1 more set. I could... Oh, you did get them from the US before the shenanigans? Yeah. Yeah. I could spend 2 more to get another hit, but I won't since I have 1 more set. Even though the bonus is... I'm hoping to get 2 hits, if I'm honest. Is it worth to... No, because then it'd be over. No. Or would it be over? I don't know, actually. I don't think it'd be over, because I think you just get to do the 3 sets if you want. Oh my gosh, stop it. Please. Grr. Okay. Ugh. Alright, well, now I'm spending 2 to get 1 more hit. So, we're out of almost all of them. But we did get 4 hits, which is all we needed. All we needed. And now we have a Cali Greyhound. Look how cute. This art is fantastic. I love the art. Okay, so this is going in our inventory. Have to slide us up again, because again, our inventory is getting crowded. And now, the man pulls an old bell off his beard, gives it a quick rattle, and then hands it to you. This will scare off the local predators. Wear it on your belt, let it do the work. That'll be 2 gold. Now wait a minute, I have something far better than a lousy bell, says another voice. A woman walks up behind the man. Don't listen to this fool. He's been out in the woods too long. I have a whistle, see? She holds up a small carved bone. Blow this when danger's near. 3 gold, please. So we can buy the bear bell or wolf whistle. We can decline and go to the stream, or we can decline and head up the trail instead. So let me see. Man, I forgot what she said. I feel like I can go back because this is just me going through my memories. So she says Pointy Peaks is a bit shorter, but there are bears. You know what? We have a lot of money. So I say we buy the bear bell. 118. Oh, I have to choose. Buy the wolf whistle or the bell. You know what? They said bears are here, so I'll spend 2 money, 2 gold, to buy the bell. This will keep you out of trouble. I hope that'll be enough, the woman says. The 2 odd folk continue down the trail. Pay 2 gold, place it in your inventory. Oh yeah, and now we have to choose. So we want to go to the stream or up the trail. Where should we go, chat? Stream or trail? Stream? Alright, stream it is. 122. I'm the kind of nerd, when I play this, I have a spreadsheet that lists all the numbered cards that I've already encountered, just so I can see if I get some new stuff, which I will be doing after the stream. Alright, speaking of the stream. The uneven and steady incline of the mountain trail has left you winded. You pause at the stream and stretch your legs. You spot some fish. Time to catch an early supper. You can fish if you have a fishing pole. You're able to find 1 whistle cricket and 1 stinkworm. Stinkworm. Take your bait, pull the 3 fishing cards, and fish. Okay. We're going fishing. I remember that one of the reasons why I backed this game was because there was a fishing mini game. So yeah. All right, so we have 3 fishing cards. So now I have to place my bait and try to catch him. I'm just gonna go ahead, you and you. So we're not catching this. We roll for this. Accuracy 3, so I get to roll 3 dice, and I get to do that once. I can use this, so I will keep that. No, I had the other side. Oh, that's upsetting. Did y'all see that? That was some strike BS. Oof da. Oh, I get to reroll something. Doesn't really matter which one. The same thing. Okay. Boo. So, didn't catch that one, no matter what it was. We'll never know. Trying this one. Accuracy 3, sets 1. Here's the thing. If I keep these, I only need, or I need the dot to complete this, but then I would only have 1 die. I have to keep something, but I'm hoping I'll have better odds with this. Yeah. Okay, that was a good decision. So I made it. I have 1 hit and only need, I only need 1. Okay, I have 2 hits. So we pulled a fish out. It's a prediction orb. Oh. Place a prediction orb in your inventory. Before a target or face off, you may place 2 shot dice on the orb above. If any 2 dice on your initial rollout match your 2 predictions, gain 1 bullseye on your target. Discard the prediction orb after it has been used successfully 3 times. Okay, in my inventory, I'm going to place it next to me so that I don't forget it. That's pretty good. Nice. All right, well, that's what we got. So these are going back. Back to the trail, 123. F in chat. Was it an accident? Was it? Alright. Troubled waters, but first we get to hunt a thing. And the thing is a golden pheasant. So we get to roll 3 dice once. We can only use these, and if we happen to get this in the set, we also get a money. So that'd be nice. So rolling. Can't use these, so I'll keep that. Oh, I could have used for a target or face off. Yeah. Oh, they're called targets. So I could have used this, but I didn't. So can't use any of this, which already means that I don't get it. Yeah, because I need 2 hits. Oh my gosh, that's hard. And I have to get rid of something. Yep, nope, didn't get it. Going back in the shovel. Alright. Troubled waters. You reach Peak Falls and come to an impasse. Heavy rainfall has wreaked havoc on the area. A stream that's now a river blocks your path, and a bridge once here has been swept away. Downstream you can see the shards of the structure jutting out of the water. You're glad this delivery wasn't assigned to you last week during the storm. There's a wall of rock to your left, a cliff to your right, and the treacherous river in the middle. What do we do? So, if we had the grappling rope that we could have bought from the start, we could have used it. We can't do this because it says that we need Mildred, which is not a thing that we have in our inventory. So we can either climb up the hill or wade through the river. Chat, what do we do? Hill? Alright. You can't keep saying opposite things. I'll alternate. Alright, 1 through 7 then. Don't say sorry. Alright, we're going through the river. Swept away. Uh-oh. No! Well, you gasp as you step into the freezing water. Your lower legs go numb as the cold pulses up. The current pulls you off balance. In seconds, you're swept down the river and over Pointy Peak Falls, where you plunge into a frigid glacial pool and are not heard from again. Ending number 11. Or do you have a grappling rope? We do not. So, that's a game over for us. Which, which is just to show you how, this game is. It can be pretty unforgiving. I don't know if I've had this ending yet. I'll have to look that one up. But, I think that I know, this game is harsh. I haven't played many of them, but they sort of remind me of those like adventure books that I've seen as a kid. One wrong move and you're just dead. And all of this inventory that we've, accumulated is just gone. And that's just life. But that's this game. Like I said, there's 4 chapters. I never made it to the end. I see that my chapter 3 is unlocked, so I have made it. So the game does say that it recommends starting from the start every time, but you could, if you want to, use these chapters as checkpoints, and then next time you could start at chapter 2 since you made it that far. But it says to, let me look. If you would rather restart in chapter 2, 3, or 4, you'll need to adjust your character's assets, remove any gold, feats of marksmanship, or items earned in the chapter you're restarting, but keep what you had earned in the previous chapters. So I guess you would have to keep track of what you had and what you had gained, which is easy to do with the cards, but not as easy as with the marksmanship. I feel, at least I would immediately forget how I got them. I guess you could take a photo when you, yeah. So that's not something I've done yet. I might consider doing that at some point if I ever want to get further, because this game kicks my butt every time, I will say. But I like it a lot. And I like that I pulled it out for the stream because it might inspire me to play it more. Because I want to get through them. And I might stream it again at some point. Because, like I said, there's different starting points as well. So yeah, there's a different story every time. Except for some of the beats, like you get the fishing, you get those, I think you get the crows and the scarecrow every time. That's just like the boss, I think. But I'm not sure because I haven't seen every car yet. So yeah, that's a stream that's a lot shorter than next time. Next time, I can look into the future. I mean, yes, because I'm going to be playing a video game probably next time. But yeah, that was a lot shorter than Monday, which I almost streamed for 4.5 hours, which was a lot. And this will most likely be the last time that I'm streaming this week. As I said, I have a very, very busy weekend coming up. But I will be streaming next week. I don't know the dates 100% yet. I will probably be streaming something on Wednesday evening again, so the time that I started today. But I'm not 100% sure yet if that'll be a board game or a video game. I'm also not 100% sure that I will be streaming. It'll be dependent on some things. And then not this weekend, but the weekend after, which is going to be the weekend of the 16th or 17th. I will probably be streaming again. But keep an eye on my Bluesky because I will be posting there. I don't know what I'm streaming yet in terms of, I will be streaming a board game and a video game, but I don't know which ones yet. I'll have to find my groove in that and find something. It'll be a smaller game. I have one in mind, but I'm not sure yet. So it's all a mystery. So keep an eye on that on my Bluesky, or just pop by and see what I'm playing. So yeah, thank you for joining me. And I hope y'all liked this game. As I said, it might be hard to get. In America, it's not. Amazon sells it, and maybe some local friendly game stores. And also the publisher just sells it, but they're in the UK, which is also a bit hard because of Brexit. So yeah. I hope that you have a wonderful day, evening, night, whatever, but definitely life. Bye.